we have a special address by Dr. Amit Sharma, IAS, on the topic AI and governance using new tech for digital public services. I request you to kindly come up on the stage.
Jagran Digital Bharat Conclave Summit, in which I believe the ball has been set rolling already by Amitabh Nagji talking about Bhashini in detail. That is Digital India Corporation, what it is coming up with, and what are the future plans. And I think I have been given a very interesting thing to talk about, that is the usage of artificial intelligence in the governance, that is using the new technology for digital public services. So I would like to say that the context setting would go like this, like I believe that today we have reached a time where there's no point of looking back in terms of technological evolution. The usage of artificial intelligence and machine learning is the new in thing. In fact, so as to say that we can very well understand and gauge the importance of the subject with the fact that Ministry of Information Technology and Electronics is altogether focusing, a separate division has been set up for artificial intelligence and in every year's budget, you would see a substantial part being invested in AI and its related tools. In fact, my predecessor, the speaker, was talking all about Bhashini, and he was just referring to NPCI just collecting the data. This was all about understanding artificial intelligence and its different facets. You see, what is happening today is that whatever things we conceive we have been doing in the past with the usage of human resource is being taken over by artificial intelligence. I would say that in our offices also, the roles of our PS, private secretary, personal assistants, is being cut down to a great extent. And so as to understand the importance of this AI and its very popular tools, I am sure everybody sitting in the hall has utilized and done or even using it actively, that is Chat GPT. If I say people to raise hands who have used it, I think everybody will raise hands about it. So this has become such a popular tool, but to a disadvantage of many also. These days, we are, if you see the other flip side, fearing job losses because of it. But then technology and its interventions are inevitable. You can't do without it. And more and more, it has become a practical part of usage when it comes to artificial intelligence. Almost in every sector, now it has made its inroads. And wherever we are looking at, we were just talking about banking sector or railways or airlines or so as to say any leg of the service sector. It is being used extensively and new tools are coming up, more refinement is going on, and this Bhashini was one of the very practical examples of how artificial intelligence is doing wonders. So now it is even going up to the level that vernacular language is being caught up, accent is being caught up, like how much easy it can make your life. And those people who could not even dream of transacting through especially financial transactions or transacting through internet and those things, life has become so easy with the introduction of those bot models and those things. It appears on the screen. Whichever application, whichever website you are into, especially I would say banking and some good service industries have gone to a very extensive extent of implementing it. And it is giving very good success rates. So I would say that almost in every sector it has made its inroads, and future lies in offering digital public services with the usage of artificial intelligence and machine learning, so as to say. I would even add on, like, even in our transport sector, in disaster management, these are the sectors I am handling alongside. We are seriously contemplating of involving these models where human intervention is not required. Earlier, we used to go in for kind of calculations and permutation combinations. Now, everything is being handled with the usage of AI tools. And we have to go much further ahead. I would say this is just a tip of the iceberg. This is multiplying, it has got a multiplier effect, a effect which will go a long way. I would say that over the next couple of years, we would see much more refined forms of artificial intelligence in our practical usage, almost in every department and ministry. It is inevitable, actually, so as to say. And that is where we believe that the success lies in it. See, we talk about the contemporary examples. Olympics are going on in Paris. And I believe half of the work is being done using AI tools, which was not there in Tokyo Olympics, or which was very much just experimentally being used. And now, even the sports, everything is being, dependent upon these kinds of tools because they hold the future. And here I would also like to add on few things, like even in the sectors, strategic sectors, now it is finding its own inroads. Obviously, there has to be lot of security concern, and there has to be lot of encryptions which have to be introduced while using AI, because it has to be used with lot of caution also, because it should not lead to the pilferage of data and those things, because that's what has happened in US. Data explosion and fiddling with data, already we are finding lot of challenges. You see, we are receiving so many of unsolicited calls and all. This is all because the data is being exploited and misused. And from where it flows, we all know. Aadhaar linkage is there through our bank accounts, through so many sources. Whatever you do, even if you go in for a DND kind of thing, still you will receive at least 10 to 20 messages per day. So this is another challenge. These are few challenge areas where we need to focus while using AI tools and ML tools. But then it is inevitable, and we have to actually go in for it, but with a kind of caution and with a kind of focus, so that it does not explode, as it has already happened with our data. There are so many of things coming up that Aadhaar data got compromised, like people are questioning UIDAI, people are sometimes even Aadhaar data is there. So many places they say that during COVID times it got actually out, and people's privacy is being compromised. So those are few little challenges when we talk about AI and ML. But largely, this is an important thing. This is an important side of the things which we all must understand. In almost every sector, they are finding inroads. As Secretary IT, I have had the opportunity of taking this thing and introducing this thing in the government sector, in the government services. And wherever possible, we are trying to explore new possibilities. Previously in J&K, I was leading IT sector as secretary there and CEO, e-governance agency. And now in Ladakh, similar kind of tools we are looking at introducing out there, so as to run with the system and make things more efficient, especially for the citizen sitting at the last mile. The person sitting at, I would say, almost at the last edge, at our neighbors, last point, China border, our Pakistan border, should not actually take the botheration of coming all the way, just for getting simple things done. So with the introduction of online services, we are doubly ensuring that AI tools are being incorporated and make life easy for them. And here one catch lies, like with the practical things like Bhashini and such kind of apps, we make things and life easier. I would say that Amitabh ji and all, they should try to introduce in almost every vernacular language. Like there Ladakhi is there, in Kashmir, Kashmiri is there, in Jammu, Dogri is there. I'm talking about the areas which I have actually served in. Similarly, every single language should get its base, and I'm sure every day improvisation is happening in the field of linguistics, and improvements are going on, and they are trying to catch up with the local dialect, vernacular way of doing things. And I'm sure in next 1 year, we will find much more refined side of the things as far as implementation of these reforms are concerned. And here I would also like to utilize the opportunity of welcoming you all to the most beautiful part of the country, that is Ladakh. Especially, I have already requested COO of Jagran Group to organize some wonderful event out there, and you guys can practically come over there at 12,000 feet and see how things are shaping up. Last year, I got an opportunity and organized a digital transformational conclave there, which was a huge success in the month of November, when it is pretty cold there. But I got a very good response there. I had people from all across the country, and even some global players came, and I think more than 20 states participated. So it is always good to be at places to understand how things are, and it is otherwise also strategically one of the most important places of the nation, which requires keen attention of all the stakeholders who are in the domain of information technology, artificial intelligence, machine learning, robotics. So I would like to invite all of you, one and all there, maybe with the help of such kind initiatives like I am seeing Digital Bharat, this leadership summit, and similar kind of such initiatives. We are coming up next month also with similar kind of initiative. A national level conclave is coming up, and this is unending there. And we are introducing a lot of good national level initiatives there, because I am holding multiplicity of departments. So I'll take the advantage of sharing one very important initiative which is coming up there. First time in the country, we have set up first green hydrogen plant there with the support of NTPC there, and we are going to launch 5 hydrogen fuel cell buses for public transportation. पानी से गाड़ियां चलेंगी पहली बार भारत में, that too on 12,000 feet, and with pure green hydrogen. It is not industrial hydrogen, green hydrogen, which is taken with the solar exploitation, solar energy converted to hydrogen, and then finally filling up through the dispensing units. Those 5 buses will be running to commute local people out there in public transport. I will induct them in my SIDCO fleet, where already I have a good number of electric buses. EVs are there. We already have a EV policy in place. But then these 5 hydrogen fuel cell buses would be the first of its kind initiative in the nation for the public transport. And I have instructed the group, even out of H2O molecule, oxygen should also be bottled. This medical, health conscious people, and there are a lot of oxygen related issues. So those people who come there as tourists or trekkers or we have a lot of people from abroad who come to Ladakh. I was just sharing that in today's flight. I had most of the people from abroad who were accompanying me and sitting. So you can understand it's a very, very different kind of location apart from all other beautiful places in the nation. So there we can give them oxygen bottles also as a goodwill gesture from the UT of Ladakh administration and NTPC's collaboration, who come there, and we will not even waste any part of the molecule. H2, that is the water side, will be getting converted into kinetic energy through hydrogen, that process, ionization process, and oxygen will be filling in the bottles so as to give to tourists and trekkers who come to Ladakh. So similar kind of initiatives are coming up, and I believe that sky is the limit. And then sky, yes, Hanle is a beautiful place. Hanle is having one of the best observatories to watch the stars and many things out there. So you have to be there. Apart from Pangong Lake, the famous, you all know that Three Idiots spot is there. People go and because of that movie, it became very famous. So that Pangong Lake, Nobra Valley, Aryan race people. That is the place. So I am indirectly telling you what are the advantages of coming over there. And yes, before closing, I want to add on one thing. With these AI and those kinds of tools and even the sector. Yesterday evening only, I had a major conference of IT and AI related things held in Ladakh yesterday night only before coming here today morning. And there we are going to come up with electronic manufacturing cluster, which are at very few places in the nation as of now. EMC 2.0 STPI plan, we are planning because Ladakh offers a best platform and atmosphere to actually, like Switzerland. The cooling is excellent there. So for manufacturing activities, for data centers, and many groups are seriously in touch with us, like Yota Sunil Gupta is very much in touch with me, and similar are other people who are very keen to come and invest there. Lava International team was very much in touch with me in some conference. They met me and they requested to. So many people are showing keen interest to become stakeholders there. HP has recently shown an interest to set up some unit there. So I mean to say, but we are only requesting everybody to come up with the contemporary technologies which have major usage of AI, ML tools and such things. Because if you come there, you should come up with a technology which has a long shelf life, maybe up 10 years or so, at least a decade or so. And it's a strategic location. It's very dear to the nation. We can go up to any extent to save every inch of it, and you know, we proudly are manning that place and using technology there, but with lot of caution and precaution. Our cyber security policy is in place in Ladakh and similar initiatives wherein we want to actually safeguard all the interest of the nation, which should be the primary focus area for all of us, and that's wherein we don't compromise at all in terms of anything, be it usage of AI tools or machine learning or robotics or anything. So that's what we are looking at, and we expect that in the coming times, Ladakh will come up as one of the major technological hubs of the nation, although one of the newest UT, I would say, in the addition amongst the UTs and states, but it is coming a big way in terms of introduction of technology, artificial intelligence, and machine learning tools. And I'm sure over the next 5 to 10 years, you would see a different Ladakh altogether, what you know in the past or what you are seeing at the present. So these are my closing remarks, and thanks one and all for giving me a patient hearing.